Chris, you said it yourself, a little different is right. I know since the dawn of time, or at least since the advent of the High School Blitz, it's always been you out here for the big game. And we come out here and look at the sadness with the Timberline cheerleaders and the dance team. They were expecting Chris Egan out here, and they were stuck with me. It's like going and ordering a filet mignon and getting a grilled cheese sandwich. Are you kidding me? It's the big game, baby! Thank you, Chris. You know what? I may be a newcomer here to Lacey, but I've got a few dozen of my friends out here. These are my people. I got Katie here. She's a senior. Oh, Katie's over here. I'm sorry, they all look alike to me. I'm an old man now, right?
Let's welcome in Winston Dutchin, who is in Lacey for tonight's big game. Winston?
Thank you, Chris. You know, a huge 3A rivalry in Thurston County. These kids have grown up playing all sports together, so they know each other very well. On top of that, both teams 3-1 in conference play, so chances are the big game will decide who's on the outside looking in come playoff time. An emotional night for Timberline seniors playing their final home game, exiting the tunnel one last time, escorted by parents and loved ones. For visiting Capital, the fired up students section coordinated a gold out. But on the first play of the game, Cougar fans could see nothing but red. On the opening kickoff, Timberline's Stanton Hayes jars the ball loose. Noah Cunningham eventually emerges from the scrum with the ball for a Blazer touchdown and a 7-0 lead just seconds into the game. Cougars knocking on the door and run the option which fools everyone. Chris Penner scampers in from 11 yards out, tying the game at 7. Capital takes its first lead of the game early in the second when Grant Erickson lofts a perfectly placed pass to Penner, who makes a sensational play on the ball for the touchdown. They go into the break, knotted up at 14. On to the fourth. Campo can't find anyone open, pulls it down himself, finds nothing but green turf in front of him for an 8-yard touchdown. Timberline delivers the dagger. Campo airs it out to J.J. Graham for a 29-yard scoring strike. Timberline scores 20 unanswered second-half points to beat its rival 34-14.
Our defense was clicking the entire game, but first half we couldn't get anything going offense. Second half, coaches talked to us. We flipped the switch. Defense played lights out, and we were just scoring fast. Second half, scored fast, scored often.
This win even more satisfying for Timberline seniors, who now have bragging rights over their arch rival for the rest of their lives. From South Sound Stadium in Lacey, Winston Dutchin, King 5 Sports. An absolutely electric atmosphere out here tonight, Chris. As you can imagine, tight-knit community. All the kids know each other. All the people in the stands know each other. And it was a doozy of a game, too. Tied up at the half until Timberline rattles off 20 unanswered points in the second half to beat Capital 34-14.
It was a rough first half.
An emotional reaction from Coach Mullen, and it kind of pull back the curtain a little bit and understand what these high school coaches are going through. It's not just about wins and losses. They're invested in these young men, and it's their job to mold them. And I just love seeing the raw emotion from a coach like that, because it's not about him and winning. He knows what it means to the kids and what they're going through. So that's part of what makes high school athletics so special. Now, Chris, I don't know if you've noticed since we've been out here, of course, the temperature's dropping. I've added gloves to just to try. I've been dying out here, right? And then I also brought this with me, but my wife told me not to wear it. And I'm like, baby, it's like 40 degrees out here. And she's like, I don't want anyone out there thinking that you're soft with the cold. And I'm like, I don't care at this point anymore. I just want to stay warm. So maybe next week, if you're nice to me and you save some of that food, I'll let you borrow this for next week's big game.